Soulshackle is now being released. If you're looking for the in-depth analysis of the teams and whatnot, this is not the video for you. I would recommend Tabletop Impulse, he will have you covered. These are mainly my thoughts about the release, and the main theme here is that I don't think that much changed at all, actually. It might sound a bit, negative, but I promise the video in general will be on a positive note. Soulshackle. What did not change? Quite obviously, the terrain did not change. It is still the same. I suppose we will get 4 boxes of this same terrain. Yeah, okay, sure. The narrative stuff is a bit different, but yeah, in the end, it's the same terrain. And I don't really know what you should... If you buy all 4 boxes, what should you use it for? I mean, 2 of them I suppose you can use in that boarding action type of game that is twice as big. But 4 of them, this is gonna be like 40k in the dark. I don't know if that would be a thing. I have no idea. I don't play 40k, so I have no idea if that would actually make sense. But otherwise, I don't know, sell on eBay where everyone else is selling theirs. I don't know. Well, anyway, this is not the main point here because I already went over the terrain in the other video, the Shadowvaults video, where my hopes have now been truly crushed and not just, diminished. And I suppose the last one will be the same terrain again, but a different narrative thing. So the teams. They are nice, I suppose. And we got another space elf team. The Eldar is coming back again once again. But squinting a bit, I can't really see the difference between them and the Corsairs. I suppose people who really like to have the spikes on the shoulders instead of the little snorkel thing in the back, they will be really happy. But yeah, I don't know. If you squint a bit and if you actually just make the bases a bit more the same, even the box art is pretty much the same. They even got the same color scheme pretty much. But I mean, I guess there are different things here. It's not just do they look kind of the same, because there are different things you could want in a team. I mean, you could be all out for the meta thing, and perhaps these guys will have the better edge of the rules, because we found that most teams here are actually quite balanced. But these might be the ones that have the upper edge here. Perhaps the sort of disgusting grenade they have is like a really good thing if you can actually pull it off, and often you can, or something like that. And it could be that, or it could also be that the rules are just fun. They're more fun, which is also a thing you could go for. Or it's just that you play the Dark Eldar in 40k, and therefore you like to have a team like this as well. A bit of more spicy models, and you can actually use the extra bits that you get from... well, you can't build all of them in the same kit here, so perhaps you can just use you have 2 of these extra guys laying around, and you can just strap the little pieces on there, and you have a full team with 1 box, not having to buy yet another set of walls and terrain, so you get 5 of these. Or it's just the aesthetics. Perhaps you really like spikes better than snorkels. If that's your thing, well, go for it. I think that's there are different variables. That's what I want to say. There are different variables that could be your main thing. For me, I mean, the aesthetic thing is obviously quite something that I care for, because I don't really care about the lore and how it actually fits and who is who. If I like the team, I like the team. And they should also be fun to play, but yeah. But at the same time, I think this is kind of a wasted opportunity, sort of say. Not really. I mean, the Eldar now have... If you want to play Eldar, you now have 3 teams to choose from. The Compendium one, which might not be as good as other ones, but you get a lot of different models there, and well, if you want to play 40k Eldar, you can do it with the Compendium. You got the Corsairs, and you got now a second option. And there are many teams from the Compendium that still has not even got a proper, not even a White Dwarf team, like the Grey Knights and Tyranids, and I don't know what more, you know, a Death Guard sort of got theirs in the Legionaries, depending who you ask, but, and the Super Soldiers, the Custodes, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, and Demons, whatever. There are a lot of teams that did not get anything yet. So I think being an Eldar player and having 3 to choose from, that's kind of a luxury. But at the same time, you know, there are different things. If you really like the aesthetics of these guys better than other ones, I suppose that's fine. But anyway, it's the same thing with the Imperial team, actually. The, what are they called? The police guys, the Judge Dredd people. They are in the same spot as the last team. I mean, the Navy Breachers. If you use the sort of metric, the chart from Tabletop Impulse, which I kind of like, you know, Elite versus Horde team and Tricks versus Stats. And they're in the same space as the main cohort of teams, you know, like the roughly 10-man team, and a bit more reliant on perhaps on the Tricks side, but not really, you know, far out. And I think it's kind of a shame there as well, you know, we've got kind of those teams already. But if you really like the sort of the Salah helmet, like the medieval helmet sort of look, the Judge Dredd thing, I suppose this is a good thing for you. But you know, well, there's probably nothing wrong with them, but if we do have this spectrum, I think they should use it more. I mean, I suppose that it could be that the best way to play kill team is this little place here where you have a bit more tricks than normal and kind of, you know, 10-man crew. That might be the best way to play kill team. That must be the most fun. So be it. And we got another one. And if you really like the medieval helmet style thing, because I think they look better than Navy Breachers, but that's just my personal taste, well, so be it. But yeah, I think we should use the Spectrum more. And I still hope, there's no rumors or anything or nothing to confirm my thoughts. It's just pure hopes that the last box will actually be Tyranids versus Terminators, like a proper Space Hulk, because they got the opportunity to do that. But probably not. I do hope the Tyranids make an appearance though, just because I think they deserve it, especially when we're in a Space Hulk. And I would like to see the Terminators, mostly just because I want to pick up some of those old ones with the sort of dog-looking heads, just to paint them, just for fun. But I suppose people say that, yeah, a Terminator is way too strong, and for me, it doesn't really, you know, care that much about lore thing. That's not really a big issue, but I suppose it is for other people. So perhaps, I mean, we got the super soldiers, the super marines, the Custodes. I mean, they are super duper marines, and they come in packs of 4, and obviously that's sort of balanced nowadays, leads. And if they're even stronger than the super Custode guys, well, then you could have 3 Terminators and those little mechanical people, the Servitor, perhaps that. Or if they're even stronger than that, I don't really know the scalings here. If they're even stronger, perhaps you can have just 2 of them and a little Servitor and some Pokemons. And if that's also too strong, you know, like, can we get 1 Terminator and a sort of retinue supporting him? or her, I don't know, they've got a face mask there, so perhaps it would be the first female Terminatress. Yeah, that would be nice. Anyway, I rambled on way too long about something that I don't really know anything about, but you know, in the end, if you like the teams in a box, yeah, go for it. That's your thing then. And just one final note here is that, harken back to my last video a bit, is that if you do like one of the teams and you can look in your drawer and you see that you have not painted the last box team you bought, I would say that just hang around and wait for the resale on eBay, or just, you know, wait until you painted your last team, and probably by then this team could be out in a separate box. So with that in mind, thank you for watching, and until next time, enjoy your hobby.